Kim, what's consciousness? Consciousness is the awareness of each of the parts of yourself. Well, what is the self? The self is not a thing at all. It's an illusion that refers to the parts of the self that are not the self at all. So there's like a physical part of yourself, but you are not that physical part, right? Like you said, this is the body, and then are you the body? Well, no, because you are aware of the body without being the body at all. The body gives you yourself. You're a part of the body. But if you removed all the parts of your body, the you-ness that makes you you, would it still be you if we removed your hand and your arm and your leg and your, presumably your head, but your conscious awareness of what it's like to be you would still be there. So it's not the body, although it exists within the body. And is it the thoughts? Where do the thoughts come from? People like to think that they think, but they don't think at all. Thoughts happen to them. So how do you know this? Take a deep breath. Stop thinking. And if you are like the body, for most people, thoughts come to your mind. You don't will them. If you stop, the mind wanders. And the thoughts happen from the bodily experience. Like, think about it like this. Here I am on the screen, like in the screen, projecting through the screen to you ideas in the conversation. As I bring those ideas up into the mental space between us, you start to think of them, right? Like if you're following along or you're being distracted by the monkey brain. Either way, like those are the thoughts, but you are not the thoughts themselves. The thoughts, they come and they go, and they're about particular aspects of reality for which you are like perceiving, but they're not you at all, right? Like the thought of this YouTube experience is not you at all. You are having the thought because you're experiencing the thought, right? Which brings us to the third thing, which is perception. And you are not the perception either. You are actually perceiving. You are aware of the perception. So you are not the perception itself. And then there are feelings. Feelings are the emotional response of the body. When the body suffers, the body is excited, the body is stressed or in fight or flight, or for whatever angry, happy, sad, pleasure, all of these feelings, they are not who you are. These are just feelings. And the feelings are presented to you from your experience. They're not commanded upon presence, right? Like, try it. And you'd be like, I wish to experience, mind-blowing pleasure, right? And like the adults among us will understand exactly what kind of pleasures we can experience. And without the experience of doing the thing that provides that pleasure, you cannot will that feeling into existence. I mean, sometimes people have spontaneous experiences like that, at which point, I mean, like that's an anomaly and a blessing or a curse as you would see it. So perceptions, the body, thoughts, feelings, and then consciousness itself. And like, are you conscious? Are you that consciousness? Well, what's consciousness? Consciousness is is like the fleetingness of the fleeting. It's the point of which you are aware of what you are experiencing. And if you were not experiencing it, you were not aware of it. So you were not that consciousness either. Isn't that crazy? Right? So like when you have a thought, you are aware of the thought until the thought is gone, and then you are no longer aware of that thought anymore. So the consciousness of that thought is not you. It's not the thought itself, nor is it the consciousness itself. Right? It's like the feeling. It's like when you're asleep. When you're asleep, you're not conscious of anything. Like, and if you are conscious of something, it would be your dreams, and your dreams are not you either, right? Like they're just the manifestations that feel real, but you know for a fact that they're not when you wake up. So that is what you are. You are just the fleeting point of connection, right? You're like the placeholder for the aggregate of all of these experiences. The body mind, you don't really exist. But in the moment, right? Like in the moment, I am presenting myself on camera for a video. But I mean, like that's just the placeholder I for the body, the mind, the conscious presentation thereof, the feelings of doing it. It's not actually who I am, right? Because like it's not me. You're looking at me now on a screen. Where am I? I'm not on the screen, but I'm here in front of you. Thanks for watching.